Hola a todo el mundo, en unos minutos comenzamos. Vamos a dar 2 minutes, waiting for one person more. Vamos a comenzar. Buenos días a todos. Muchas gracias por vuestra presencia en este Zoom. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for your presence at present Zoom. Por primera vez tenemos la oportunidad de que el equipo completo de Nimbus esté con vosotros. Queremos, durante la próxima hora, presentaros todo lo que es el equipo, las novedades de la compañía, el roadmap y lo que es más importante también a nuestro nuevo CEO, Fernando Mартиньо. Nosotros vamos a hacer el Zoom en inglés, pero intentaremos algunas palabras traducirlas en castellano. Y quiero deciros que el vídeo estará a vuestra disposición en el canal oficial de Telegram, y por lo que intentamos o os pedimos que no se grabe, pues es una cuestión que es la política de la empresa. Y haremos además una síntesis, un resumen de los key points que compartiremos en un comunicado a través de Telegram, ¿de acuerdo? Realmente, pues, en lo que es cuestiones y preguntas, a través del chat podréis aportarnos ideas, sugerencias, cuestiones, y luego haremos un sumario para poder responder a todas, que entendemos que en el transcurso de la propia charla esperemos que se den respuesta a la mayor parte de ellas, ¿de acuerdo? Just I'm going to introduce or talk about the questions in English. Please, it's an opportunity for all the community just to introduce the whole team of Nimbus, and also we have the opportunity to don't only the team, also the future plans and the roadmap is the new CEO, Fernando Mартиньо, and also I would like just to have the opportunity to send us questions, so that just by the chat, and we summarize later and try to reply all of them in the official channels by Telegram. Okay. Thank you again so much for your presence here. Muchas gracias a todos por vuestra presencia aquí. And right now, David, please go on with the Zoom, and a vuestra disposición. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Javier. And to our team, if someone could also give access to our CEO Fernando in order to be able to share slides. I wanna thank everyone, welcome everyone for joining us. As you know, Nimbus is a fintech platform. Right now we're doing, we have a few different products, and there has been some changes. There has been some changes on the tech, and most importantly, we have a new CEO, Fernando, which I'll introduce shortly. As you know, we were led by Andrea Zanon, and Andrea is moved to a regulated framework. He's and other endeavors, and Fernando is here. Fernando comes from the digital space, and he was a CEO, and he has sat on the board of multiple global companies. His background is tech, and we're thrilled to have him. We'll talk about tech, we'll talk about support, we'll talk about future plans, and we'll also give a general update. And I think we have this slide, so I'll turn this over to Fernando. If he's with us, you need to you need to be. I think someone need to unmute Fernando. There you go.
I can now. I hope everyone can hear me now.
Yes.
Perfect. So, hello everyone. I'm really thrilled, really happy to have joined this family of Nimbus. Hola, toda la gente. Perdona por mi español, yo soy portugués, no está muy bueno, pero vamos a hablar en inglés en esta sesión. Después podemos hablar un poco y va a ser traducido todo esto, como se dice en español, esta sesión, ¿sí? So, I want to really give you a little bit about what we're going to talk today, yeah? So there's an agenda. The agenda is we're going to talk about the new team members, including myself. Then second point will be the current landscape around the tech support, communication, regulations, product updates. Then we will move to the roadmap. You're seeing here something new, DeFi, decentralized finance, P2P loans, the IPO hub, etc., which you are aware, most of this. And also then we will go to the future plan, tech expansion, regional expansion, and the support. So I'm going to tell a little bit about myself. So I have a very variety background. Yeah, I started quite young in technology, and in 1993 I already had internet, for example. And then, of course, I continued through my life, became a student, went to the university, and became then, I started really as a programmer, yeah, and became then eventually senior director of companies, board member of global companies, etc., etc. So mainly, I have a technology background, but with a very strong executive management background as well. I started, so you understand a little bit about my technical background. You know, it was mainly around games when I was young. Yeah, I coded I programmed the game. It's like every young person, or not every young person. I was probably not the most typical young person anyway, but you know, I coded a game when I was young, and then I more later in my life I became very interested on what Amazon was doing quite early in terms of cloud technologies around 2008. And then that moved straight away to work with a few people in the core team of AWS, and including some very senior people there. But then I started to get really interested by that time on the technologies that were coming, like people call it big data now, yeah. And the reason was because I was working for the largest marketing group in the world, marketing advertising group in the world, yeah, called WPP Group, and they owned about 300 companies globally, yeah. And that gave me a different understanding of the problems in data and in marketing and targeting people, yeah, the most optimized ways and all the touch points that you need to be able to target people efficiently, you know, and successfully. So, of course, in 2009, I started to get more into the big data side. Eventually, I did a few projects with Google. I put some people of my team to work with Google, and we came up with some solutions around their big query data platform. You know, we kind of trying to solve a problem, and we actually managed to get some of our people to come up and test the platform and just feedback and just going back and forth until we managed to do it proper. And then it progressed really at that time. Started happening new technologies, you know, it came cryptocurrency and blockchain, which is inherently part of cryptocurrency. Yeah? So I started to get very interested, and also it was the emergency of mobile first technologies, yeah, and other people catching up in cloud, and then eventually I became involved with Microsoft as well on the Azure side. They created initially a client board to get some feedback from people. I was part of it as well. Before I was at Google, also part of the client board. So I progressed then into my career in trying to provide the best solutions that I could for the big organizations that I worked for. Yeah. And then I decided really to go and move a bit more on the, I was already an entrepreneurial. Intra means, you know, internal, yeah. So creating solutions for the company, creating new tech for the companies I work for with my teams. And so I then progressed to a different path of my life, which was I wanted to do my own thing eventually. And meanwhile, I went to a few medium and smaller organizations, really, because it's about the challenge for me. It's about moving to the next step always and see how I can help people to go to the next step. Yeah. And I like those challenges. So I decided then it was time for me to go and try something else. And then I started my own with a few partners, my own company around cybersecurity. You know, the background is variety, like I said, you know, before, you know, it's very, I've done many things in my life, and being responsible for the security around everything I've done, and including data centers and so on, was always part of, and managing security teams was part of my job anyway. So more recently, you know, I decided to join Nimbus and come and help and see how we can take this to the next level. Yeah. So I hope by giving you the background around, you know, the technology side, but also my experience in managing teams globally, yeah, within global organization, with smaller and medium as well, give you really a depth of understanding what are the needs of the end users, yeah, and of the people that are in the middle, and then the actual teams that actually are creating the products and the management teams. Yeah, so this is the what I want to come and bring is my expertise in those areas to Nimbus and see how we can all together, because this is not just one person. It's always teams that make things successful. Yeah. Having said that, I would like then now to introduce the new members of the team. Yeah, so I'm going to pass now. Javier, please go ahead. I think you should also introduce a little bit about yourself. Maybe we have people don't know who you are, and then I think after you do it, I'll introduce then every single person that comes next. Please.
Muchas gracias, Fernando. Thank you so much, Fernando. Okay, well, voy a repetir creo que estáis comentando el tema del idioma. Entonces, comentaros que en principio, por cuestión de tiempo, por cuestión de agenda, vamos luego a publicar el vídeo con subtítulos en castellano. Lamentablemente, como pensáis, sabemos que hay un porcentaje muy elevado de españoles, pero realmente no tenemos mucho tiempo para manejarlo adecuadamente, ¿vale? Entonces, creo que lo estáis preguntando recurrentemente en el chat, pero bueno, agradecemos la comprensión. Entonces, por mi lado, para hacer una introducción, en mi caso, yo me encargo de todo lo que es la parte de marketing, desarrollo de negocio, dando soporte a todo lo que son las actividades de la compañía al respecto. Tengo oportunidad de conocer a muchos de vosotros, porque sobre todo en los últimos 2 meses pues, he estado dando soporte a todas las cuestiones que están encima de la mesa. Y bueno, realmente, bueno, pues siempre a vuestra disposición para ayudaros en todo las dudas, que además esperemos que a partir de ahora la comunicación sea uno de los elementos que queremos mejorar y estar mucho más cerca de todos y cada uno de vosotros, ¿no? Let me just, in English, fast introduction, just in charge of the marketing issues and business development questions in the company. During the last months, I was in charge of all the support, technical support and strategic support of the issues on the table. And really, we are going to work hard during the next weeks to improve all the issues about this point. Okay, thank you, and I always at your disposal to help you. Okay, next one will be Fernando. Just to
So let's get George now, please, George. Okay, I think then George will come later. Maybe Franco could go next then.
Estamos teniendo problemas técnicos.
George needs to be moved to the panel. He's waiting, and I think Franco is waiting as well.
Yeah, we need to move people to the panel. So I think maybe Jessica, you could maybe go ahead while we wait for them. Yeah.
I think she needs to be unmuted as well. So can one of our tech guys who's on the call let George and Franco and also unmute Jessica, but for the benefit of the everyone that's on the call, we call George the Yoda. He's our evangelist, he's our advisor, he's a jack of all trade, but mainly he's just a great guy.
Hello.
There you go.
Okay, we have George. Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Yes.
It's a
Great.
pleasure to be here. Okay, sorry. I mean, I was stuck in the other side of this call. So it's a pleasure to be here. My name is George Sebastião, and as I mentioned, hablo español. También es un gran placer estar aquí con ustedes. As being part of this team, I helped bring a lot of the key elements because of the vast network that I have in blockchain, as well as cybersecurity, as just business, joint ventures, VCs, and investment. We're doing actually quite a lot of other projects with David, Franco, and Fernando in other areas that have nothing to do even with blockchain, but are part of an overall ecosystem that we have put together. Of course, my heart has always remained a lot in the cybersecurity area. So apart from assisting Nimbus, building the team and progressing in their milestones, I will also concentrate on assisting them in cybersecurity, which is an area that I've covered for the last 21 plus years. Other than that, it's a pleasure to meet you either virtually or in person, and looking forward to working together and making this project a success. Thank you. Hasta la vista.
Thank you, George.
So, so either Franco or Jessica next. Whoever has already access. I don't see them here.
Jessica is here.
Hola
Jessica.
a todos.
Go ahead, please, Jessica.
Bueno, comienzo en español. Hola a todos, como ya sabéis, soy Jessica, soy la Community Manager de Nimbus. En todo este tiempo, pues mi labor está siendo generar contenido de valor para que Nimbus llegue a muchas más personas, podáis seguir manteniendo al día de todo lo que está ocurriendo y expandir nuestra comunidad. Poquito a poco, como ya estáis viendo, estamos creciendo y esperamos que siga siendo así durante bastante tiempo. Hi everyone, I'm Jessica Alcalde and I'm the Community Manager of Nimbus. My job is to actively listen to the community and create valuable content for all of you. We are working to continue growth Nimbus and scaling this great project. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica. Franco. Franco, you're not online. I don't know if Wasim is online as well. I think we are having some problems here.
He's present per se, but I don't think he's been online. In any matter, maybe we can proceed until...
Wasim, we can see, but it's muted. So someone needs to unmute Wasim or unmute Franco.
Okay.
Okay. So Franco, please go ahead.
So, first of all, I'd like to thank to be a part of this amazing our Zoom call, and I'd like to thank you, Fernando, to be a part of it. Also, David. As you see already, my name is Franco Friero. I'm a German, Italian community manager right here on Nimbus. I'm also a part of a team for one of the members who was involved from the beginning. I'm also like a strong networker. I'm a person who was between all the members, communicate management, and of course also for the international chat. I'm hosting the chat. I'm communicating between the people. I'm answering questions. I'm guiding the people and give also updates community. It's very great to be a part of the team also for the future steps. And Nimbus was for me like a great decision to join, because I'm looking forward to a great future with the community and a strong team that also now a very amazing person like Fernando that you join. Also to be a part like of that, and also with George Sebastian that I know for many years, and I'm in the blockchain industry almost like now 3 years, and I met a lot of people around the world, and I had also the chance to meet Fernando before, and a lot of speeches on stages, also George, and like I said, proud of the team, looking for a great future, and so always feel free in the international chat to talk to me, and I will do my best and always to answer you and guide you on this great platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Franco. Hi, Wasim. You're next.
Hello.
Hi. Go ahead, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's great to be here. I am happy to be on board. Not sure if you can see me, but yes? Okay, good. I do not speak Spanish, unfortunately, no habla español. But however, I hope that my English will be enough for this meeting. You know, my competencies in finance, IT, and law, I hope will be of service to the team and the community. I really like the direction that Nimbus has taken in terms of making all of the services that individuals really need now, and using all of the tools to actually deliver those retail services to investors. And they don't have to be people who are investing, you know, millions and billions of dollars. And that's the thing about cryptocurrency and decentralized finance that is so great. In 2017, 2018, you know, we were first part of that great awakening where everyone was saying, hey, this is a new kind of money. But now we're actually talking about a whole new platform on which banking can take place. And it's really just an amazing revolution that we're experiencing right now. And I think history, when they look back on these years and the things we've done, and hopefully the things we're doing now at Nimbus, they're going to say, wow, that's really amazing. And so great to be a part of it. Happy to be on board and happy to see the familiar faces. You know, I've known George for probably 20 years. So as someone correctly said, he is kind of the guy that ties it all together, and happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Wasim. What an inspiring few minutes. Really, really amazing. So yeah, let's go then to the next. This is really quite exciting for all of us. Yeah, Wasim is absolutely spot on. You know, the revolution that started back, actually back in 2011, you know, 2010, between 2009 and 2011, people were still trying to figure out. But 2017 was really explosion. Yeah, right. So it's amazing. All sorts of tools are appearing, services around democratizing really finance and banking, and giving really the ability for people to be more free, you know, with their own finances as well. So Nimbus is fitting a lot of these boxes, you know, and that's what is exciting most of us to be part of this. Yeah. So second point, I hope I didn't miss anyone. I think I didn't. Yeah. So current landscape. So tech support, it's quite essential for any organization to operate. And there's always issues when you are a young company. Yeah, we all understand that. Yeah, we need really is to become better at it. We need everyone to actually be part of it and just go with us on this. Yeah, so we are doing quite a lot of things on this side. There was some issues with, you probably have been told that we had some issues with some of our infrastructure. Yeah, we have moved now some of our infrastructure from where it was before to a bit more, how should I say, up the spec of what it was needed. You know, we needed more powerful servers, more powerful databases, because once you all have done a tremendous job, you know, and everything. I mean, Nimbus has grown quite fast, yeah, in certain markets, especially in Spain and Latam. Yeah, so it is sometimes when organizations go through this and they just go a bit fast, then, you know, there's a time where you need to actually take a little bit of a step back and trying to fix all of these problems and all of these issues so you can go and do the next jump. Yeah, and this is where we are at the moment. We are actioning, we are listening to people, you know, we are listening to the leaders, and we are acting on that. So we're trying to make sure that our systems, not only from an availability perspective and from an efficiency perspective, but also from a security perspective. There were some security issues, yeah, as well. And we are picking up on all of those, yeah, and trying to solve all of those within the team. You know, it means the team has to all work together, and that's why, you know, there's more people coming to the team, yeah, and I'll talk more a bit about that a bit later on, and David as well. I don't know, David, if you want to step a little bit on it, on what I just said. Yeah.
You covered it mostly. We understand there's been some frustration with some of the tech elements, and our policy has always been transparency with our community and users. We have had some challenges on the tech side. We're moving to a more computing power, faster cloud service, obviously, and the scale that we grew was faster than we expected, which is a great news for us and for the community. We ask you to be a little more patient with us while we figure this out, but we want to thank you at the same time, because without your enthusiasm, we wouldn't be where we are.
Absolutely. So yeah, we are nearly there. So patience, and please, we will move to the next step, and you know, we're quite excited about it. Yeah. So the next step that I want to talk about is regulatory framework. So, as you all know, what people are doing around this type of assets and cryptocurrencies and trying to create new decentralized products, you know, caught up quite, how should I say, the regulators got caught up. I don't want to say the words that people say, but, you know, they couldn't really keep up at the same speed. Yeah, put it that way. So more recently, things have evolved, especially in the European Union. So there's quite a lot of regulations around decentralized finance, P2P, cryptocurrencies, etc. So one of my main objectives at the moment is actually get make sure that we have all the right regulatory licensing. So we are applying for licenses as we speak, you know, so we started the process. We got already the lawyers involved, and we are going to do this license in an European Union country. And what that means is, to start with, that this license will make sure that we can move to the next stage without facing them problems later on. Yeah, so we're talking about P2P loans, for example. Yeah, that will give us a certain confidence that we are operating within what is expected from regulators. And of course, what this means is this is going to attract even more people to come to our platform. Yeah, because people feel confident that, you know, we are regulated. Yeah. And at the moment, it's a bit of, and this is transparent, honest to everyone, you know, all the things we do in terms of trying to get the licenses has been tough, because of these regulations are still trying to catch up. So we've been working a lot with the regulators, and we haven't been able to achieve. We are very, very near now. We found a solution, yeah, and I'm going to follow up within the next, I would say probably 6 to 8 weeks. I want to give these numbers because the regulators can always be a bit slow, as we all know. But it looks like the timing of about 6 to 8 weeks might be possible for us then, you know, to actually publicly say we got the license finally, yeah, which is extremely important, as you know, yeah. So this is the main focus actually for when it comes to dealing with the legal side, is to get this license first. Yeah. Product update. So you probably heard that there is a fake app on Android app, yeah, out there. We obviously have nothing to do with that. It's causing us a lot of problems, yeah. And what we've just heard from the technical team yesterday is that we're going to come out with our own Android app. Yeah, what that means is that fake Android app is going to disappear by automatically, you know, and we are going to action that. Yeah. So we ask you again to be a bit more patient around this. You know, we are doing as much as we can to try to move this very fast. Yeah. Do you wanna add anything else, David, on this one as well?
No, you're covering it. I see a lot of good questions on the chat, and we'll address them at a later time in writing. So in the next couple of days, the people who are asking the questions should get the answers. But one of the questions I saw was what kind of licenses we're getting. We're right now, the company obviously is registered in Malta, but we're applying for financial advisory and financial type licenses that the finance regulators we're in compliant with them across the European Union first, and then different jurisdiction. From a regulatory standpoint, as Fernando has so aptly described, the regulators are behind times. The technology is moving faster than the regulators can catch up to. So one of the things we're trying to be very careful of is we don't step in a place where when the regulator comes in, doesn't retroactively apply a rule that could adversely impact us. So that's one of the very key things we're focusing on. Regarding the tech support and the development, we're going to talk about the future development as well and what's coming online. But the apps, we're actually launching our own app in the next couple weeks, hopefully even shorter than that. And we know, for example, there has been issues with Avalon withdrawals. The reason for that was the fake Android app that was present. It compromised users' password and usernames, and we had to effectively remedy that before we allowed some withdrawals. I'm trying to answer some of the questions that's popping up online, but I give a more comprehensive answers to every question that's being asked. I think I'll turn this over to you, Fernando.
Thank you. So yeah, so we're going to put some measures in place so that is not that easy for people to just to check out whatever they want as well. Yeah, so the roadmap. So some of you have heard of DeFi, decentralized finance, and we are at this stage, very, very early, yeah, stage. We are now structuring and see how we going to move, because if you think well, a lot of what we are doing is really decentralized finance, yeah. So the products that we have, the community that we have, we're taking all the box to actually for us to go to the next step. Of course, this needs a lot of thinking, yeah, because what we don't want is to do something that is just another one. We have a great product, we have a great community, we have good, amazing team, and we need to really structure this in the right way. There's not much that I can share at the moment, yeah, but it's exciting. It's absolutely exciting. It's going to give a lot of value to what we have so far. A lot of what happens in decentralized finance is around P2P loans as well, which takes me to the next step. You know, P2P loans is such an important part of what people are doing in decentralized finance, and what that means is people don't need really to go anymore to a bank to ask for a loan. Yeah, there's some good services already that are doing this, but we want to do it with a differentiation, yeah, of what many other people are doing, and we know that we can do that because of what we have so far. So it's one of the things that I'm really, really excited about, yeah, and we will tell everyone a bit more in the next few weeks because we will need all of you. We really will need all of you. We're going to make this an amazing success for all of us. This is my promise to you, okay? Then, as we move to that area of the P2P loans, you know, most of you have probably seen the roadmap that we have and the series of products that we have and services we want to create. We're going to diversify because my experience when we go into decentralized finances, things are moving really, really fast. There's always new opportunities. So you might see we coming up with a new service or a new product, yeah? And with a team, we can actually go even faster. We can actually start to spin a lot of these services, but at the right pace. What we don't want is to, like, I want to say this, and it's the point I always like to reiterate, you know, once you have something good and you have a good community and good team, we really need to make sure that we have covered all the bases, yeah? We are doing the right thing. And it's extremely important. We can't really just accelerate and expect. I know we should think about going faster. We all want to go faster, but we also need to actually put, like, you don't construct a house without having the structure of the house, right? We don't start from the ceiling. So we really, really have a huge opportunity to take this then to the next level, which is the IPO hub. Yeah. I don't know if you want to talk about this, David, but I think most people know exactly the roadmap. Do you want to add anything to this?
No, they do. I think everyone, we've been talking about the phased approach that we're having and getting to IPO hub, which would be the third phase. But what Fernando spoke about just right now on the DeFi side and what we're going to announce in the next couple of weeks to the community, that will create a public market for your participation in such a way that the value of it is going to translate into actual liquidity for most of our users. And we'll have more news on that. But this is something that wasn't on the plan, but since the landscape is changed, we decided that with Fernando, we're going to start going down that path.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a typical example of what I said. You know, things change fast, and you have to adapt. Yeah, once you have something so good that like we have it, so it is a great opportunity for us. Yeah, and I'm sure you're going to be excited about it. Yeah. So future tech expansion. So we recognize all the issues that we have and the growth we are having. So I want to tell you that we already acting on it. So we hired 4 people on the technical team. Yeah. So we have more technical people. We also have someone that joined on the support side. Yeah. And someone that can speak Spanish on the support side. And it's extremely important. So with growth of the platform, of the ecosystem, of the community, you know, we need to grow the team as well to be able to provide the best service. And this is what we're investing on this, yeah. And we will continue to do that. Yeah, there's no, I have to be clear about this, you know, we will do this and we'll continue to do this, yeah. Something else, I mean, there's not much to talk more about this, but, you know, it's just, the hiring of people is going to make a difference, and we were going to always listen to everyone, the leaders, the community, and once we have a problem, we have to kind of take a step back and see how we can solve it, and we do it, and then we'll continue, and that's how we're going to continue to do it. It's a feedback loop. So please always talk to us when you're facing any problems, you know, and it could be a technical problem, and then we have to go and see how we can solve that. And if it is really from a support perspective and, you know, getting what you need, then we need to act on that as well. Yeah. So your feedback is extremely important. Yeah. Regional expansion. So we recognize that what an amazing job that, you know, people have done in Spain. Tremendous job, you know, and we have grown so fast in Spain. And in Latam as well, you know, it's a tremendous job from all the people there. And it gets to a point where, you know, we need to start to think, yeah, how can we do more in those markets, in those countries, yeah? And it comes with all the things that we've been talking about, you know, the support, the technology, and making sure everything is running well, and come up with more things together, how, and provide the tools, everything that you need. Ask us what you need to enable us to support you to grow more in the markets, yeah, where you are. But there's going to be a time, and there is a time as well, where I think once we are crossing all of these, we need to actually expand then to other markets. We need to expand to other countries, yeah. So we're looking at expanding to Southeast Asia, for example. It's a massive market, yeah. I heard you to speak with everyone, with the leaders. Maybe it is something that you could actually do, and you should do, and I incentivize everyone to do it. You know, somebody who lives in China or somebody who lives in Indonesia, whatever, it doesn't matter, yeah. Let's go for other markets. Let's try to provide this to other markets, yeah. So, of course, you know, we can't ignore markets like China, Malaysia, Indonesia, yeah, Philippines. I mean, there's so many that are massive markets where people see the value, and people need really decentralization. There's so many people. I don't know if you know this, but there's 2.9 billion people unbanked in the world. Yeah, they don't have access to banks. They don't have access to financial tools, but they have access to a phone, for example. Yeah, so there is a huge opportunity for us to fill some of the gaps that are still out there, and with the products that we have, like I said, the people that we have, we can take this to those markets as well. So regional expansion is something that we're going to focus, and we would like to work with you to see as well how we can do more. Yeah, and of course, for this to happen, you know, we need to listen from you. Give us the feedback, you know, what the things that you need from us, yeah, because then we can go further away, yeah. Do you want to add anything, David, to this?
No, I think you covered it. I just add by supplementing what you said, in the sense, we know we're not perfect, guys. This is a work in progress, and we're making the investment, we're hiring the right expertise in order to address some of the shortcomings. We're going to, and again, I want to reiterate this. This is what you have seen from Avalon Bounty and other products. Those are were just a start. We're going to, the next phase is more exciting. And you'll see when Fernando announces in a couple of weeks what that will be. So we want to thank everyone for their participation, for their confidence, for coming with their ideas and concerns to us. And I want to thank you, Fernando, for leading us in that direction.
Thank you, David. And my final message to everyone is, we recognize the amazing job that you have done. What I'm finding as I know more about the platform, about the people, about the leaders, everyone that is part of this, we have a huge opportunity here to make this a massive success. I have no doubt about this. Yeah, there are, like David said, there are always those small things. We want to always be transparent, and there are things that are not right as well. We need to hear from you. There's no other way to do this if we don't work together. Yeah, so by working together, I will, with a team here, we will make sure that we're going to take this to the next level, and the next level is going to be very exciting. So thank you very much, and please reach out all to the team leaders, the people around you, yeah, and let's make it happen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gracias.